So yes, I lost 100 pounds in only 4 months, but I did it basically to save my life. I didn't have any other choice. Imagine being almost 300 pounds, having pre-diabetes, having PCOS, and on top of that, not being able to walk, having a messed up knee, having a messed up back. Like, it was life or death at that moment, and I chose life. From December 2018 to April 2019, I went on a weight loss journey that completely transformed my life. I was able to lose 100 pounds in only 4 months, going from 280 pounds to 180 pounds. And today I'm gonna share with you guys exactly how I lost 100 pounds in 4 months, my struggles, and how you can do it too. When I was younger, I was always bigger than everyone else. I grew taller than everybody else. I always looked kind of different. You know, I was the mixed kid in class, and I didn't really fit in anywhere. I am about 5'8", so by the time I was in probably 5th grade, I was already 5'6". Like most kids, I did not know about nutrition growing up. I used to eat hot Cheetos and hot fries, and actually my favorite candy was Sour Patch Kids, so I used to just eat that all of the time. Usually during school, healthy foods wouldn't be accessible. They would sell like chips at the concession stand for like $1, so those were the types of things that I would eat. And yes, I was overweight, but I feel like I didn't become obese until later on in life, just because I used to ride the bus to school and I had to walk up a hill to be able to get to my classes. So even though I was eating poorly, the weight didn't really pack on me until after I got out of high school. When I was younger, I was diagnosed with PCOS. I was diagnosed with this condition at 17 years old. If you guys don't know what that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is a hormonal disorder that causes a lot of problems, and especially if you have PCOS when you are younger, you will have a lot of problems because your hormones are already trying to be balanced. I got my cycle when I was very young, probably about the age of 9, and so this naturally created a lot of hormonal issues for me. And due to my hormonal issues and lack of proper nutrition within my diet, I was heavier. When I was in school, I tried to be active. I tried to do basketball. I tried to be on the volleyball team, but inevitably, the older I got, the harder it was to be active. And even though I was still a teenager, I did have this health condition from the age of 9, 10, 11, 12. So unfortunately, it hindered my activity. When I graduated high school in 2017, I was probably around 250, 260 pounds, I would say. So I was already quite a bit overweight, and for my height, since I am 5'8", the natural weight that I should be at, or the healthy weight, so they say, that I should be at is around 160. So already then, I was already 100 pounds overweight. And when I graduated, of course, I wasn't as active as I used to be. I wasn't riding the bus. I got my first car, so I was driving a lot more and walking a lot less. I worked at regular jobs, regular retail jobs, and personally, I liked being on my feet. I never really saw myself being in like a corporate office or something like that. So I literally worked at Fashion Nova, the retail store in the mall, and I quit that a couple months later, and then I started working at Coffee Bean, and I was really good at Coffee Bean, so much to the point where I became a manager. Usually if you work at a cafe or some type of coffee shop like Starbucks, CBTL, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, usually you can take some of the pastries home if you are closing. When I was working at Coffee Bean, I was doing online classes for college, so I wasn't going to campus, so my schedule was very, very flexible. Since my schedule was very flexible, I went ahead and always took the later in the day shift, so I would usually work 5 days a week, 3 to 11 p.m. And because I was a closer, basically, instead of just taking one pastries, I could take all of the pastries that they were going to throw away for the night. So my diet consisted of, at night, like sandwiches that were just cheese and meat and flatbread and brownies and muffins and cookies and pastries, along with sugary coffee, frappuccinos, you know, ice blended drinks. That was basically my diet. So this is where I started to experience a severe weight gain. I was eating like crazy. I was just eating pastries at night, every single night, literally 5 days a week, and living off of that. And I couldn't really control myself or the way that I ate because I did have PCOS symptoms. So my hunger was out of control. My craving for sugar was out of control. And on top of that, I was going to school full time. I was working full time. I didn't have the time in my brain, at least, to exercise, and I just became very, very miserable. I was very depressed. In September of 2018, I got in a really bad car accident. I was driving on the freeway, was actually going to work to open. It was around 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and a semi-truck merged into my lane and it totaled my vehicle. And in result of the accident, I did have an injured neck. I did dislocate my back slightly, a few centimeters. I had issues with brain trauma. I had a speech issue. I had a lot of problems because of this accident. When the accident happened, naturally, I decided to pursue a lawsuit, but unfortunately, I did have brain trauma as a result of it. So even though I did try to pursue justice because I was pretty messed up physically, I had to end the lawsuit because I had a memory issue and a speech issue, and I was not able to basically recollect what exactly happened. I still cannot remember till this day what exactly happened. When I was in pursuit of the lawsuit, I was able to get physical therapy, and of course it was being sponsored by the law firm, and that was the start of basically my exercising weight loss journey. And this was the first time that literally exercise was really introduced into my life. Yes, I played volleyball and I tried to do all of these things, but I don't think I really tried because I wasn't pushed to try. So basically we ended the lawsuit and I was 280 pounds. I had injuries, I had brain trauma. I was like, I am 19 years old. I cannot carry on my life like this. Like, I can't be like this for the rest of my life. I was seeing a doctor and literally he told me the only way to basically save your life is for you to lose weight. That is the only thing that you can do. Of course, working out, exercising, losing weight will take pressure off of my injuries. Incorporating a healthy diet would help with my memory issues because, you know, sugar makes you feel really tired and excess carbs, processed food don't really nourish you. So this is where I decided to go on my weight loss journey. So yes, I lost 100 pounds in only 4 months, but I did it basically to save my life. I didn't have any other choice. Imagine being almost 300 pounds, having pre-diabetes, having PCOS, and on top of that, not being able to walk, having a messed up knee, having a messed up back. Like, it was life or death at that moment, and I chose life. I tried to do different diet plans. I tried to do vegetarian. I tried to just cut out sugar, and that stuff didn't work for me. And the reason it didn't work for me was because of my PCOS symptoms. I did have an extreme health condition, so I had to do something more specific to be able to lose my weight. And this is where I discovered the keto diet and intermittent fasting. The keto diet is basically a diet that consists of high fats, natural oils, moderate protein, and low to almost zero carbs. So basically you're eating dairy products because they don't have any sugar or carbs, and then 20% protein. So at the time I was eating meat, and I ate a piece of meat and then non-starchy vegetables. So literally abstaining from anything processed and anything that has sugar in it. And this was the way that I lost weight very quickly. I was not planning to lose 100 pounds in 4 months. My goal was 6 months, but I believe, in my personal opinion, because I was someone who was never active and someone who didn't really eat right, it just naturally shed off of me. Along with the ketogenic diet, I also intermittent fasted, but more specifically, I also ate only 1 meal a day, aka OMAD. I talk about this a lot on my channel. It is what it sounds like. It's where you eat only one meal a day. However, you only eat 1,400 calories through 1,800 calories a day. And the reason why this can be safe, especially on the ketogenic diet, is because fat is very high in calories and you are getting proper macronutrients and monitoring yourself. So basically fat has 9 calories per gram. So it's very, very easy to rack up calories when you're eating a lot of cheese, when you're eating a lot of dairy products. Also, red meat has a lot of calories as well. I know steak can hike up to like 500 calories for like 8 ounces. So if you're eating 500 calories in dairy products and then meat and then you have your vegetables, it can be very healthy to be able to lose weight. And I did eat one really large meal, and I also had an exercise routine. So because I had a lot of injuries on my body, I was not able to lift weights or do anything like that. So I did very low impact exercises. The only thing that was high impact was running, but I feel like that was the only thing I could do at the moment. So basically I would go ahead and do a 5-minute warm-up walking, but I did a really high incline. I think my incline was about 10, and then I ran on the treadmill, did HIIT. I would basically run for about 4 minutes and then walk for 2, run for 4, walk for 2 at an incline of 10. When I would run, it would be a speed of, I believe, 3.5. So I would basically sprint and then walk to rest, sprint and then walk to rest. And that went on for about 25 minutes. Then I went on the bike and tried to do minimum 2 miles. Now when I try to do 2 miles, it takes me like not that long of a time, but back then it took me like 15 minutes. And then I would go ahead and also go on the elliptical with a high incline / resistance and also do that for another 15 minutes. So that would come out to 55 minutes. After my workout, I would go and sit in the sauna for about 15 to 30 minutes, and this is how I lost 100 pounds in 4 months. But in addition to doing all of that, I was also still working a regular job. I was at Coffee Bean still, so I was working 40 hours a week, 5 days a week on my feet, getting up every single day at like 9 a.m., going to the gym for an hour and a half, coming home, eating 1 meal a day, and then going to work for 8 hours. And this is how I lost 100 pounds in only 4 months. This is a very extreme routine, especially if you are just getting into weight loss and you have pre-existing health conditions. I would absolutely recommend that you consult a physician or some sort of professional, since I am not a certified professional. However, this literally saved my life. It transformed my life. I was heavy my entire life. I literally looked, I guess, the same, but I was bigger. Not only did I change physically and was able to lose this weight, but my confidence went up. I don't think I was ever lower than a size probably 12, 14 my entire life, and I went down to a size 4. And I feel better about myself. I feel better in regards to my confidence and speaking to people. And of course, my health is significantly better. I don't have PCOS symptoms anymore. I know people say that you can't reverse it. I know that what I did was extreme and it could be potentially dangerous. However, I did not plan for it to be this way. I did not think I was going to lose it in 4 months. A lot of people ask me, how many pounds did you lose a week? I lost about 7 pounds a week. So I literally lost about 1 pound a day. And of course, all of that was just water weight. But I honestly think my activity level increased my calorie deficit, which made me able to lose weight that fast. I was basically on my feet all day long, except for the times that I was sleeping or during my breaks during work, on the weekends. So basically, I was just really active. Losing weight changed me forever. I now love being fit. I love talking about fitness. I love everything that has to do with fitness. This is coming from someone who literally got a doctor's note for me to skip PE class. Like, I was exempt from taking PE because I had a doctor's note that said I had PCOS and I wasn't able to exercise because of my extreme fatigue. Losing weight literally saved my life. It helped me correct all of my injuries. now that I have lost my weight, I do have some issues, like of course things I can't really reverse to an extent. Like I do have issues with my speech still because of my car accident. I do have slight brain trauma, slight memory loss, but physically I don't have much pain in my lower back. I mean, of course it isn't as strong as it could be, but I don't have the excruciating pain as I did before. That got corrected with diet and exercise. I know a lot of people don't want to go on the ketogenic diet because they think that if they come off of the diet they're going to gain all the weight back, and that didn't happen for me. I still have a pretty active lifestyle, but I am also a vegan now. I think that is what contributes to my weight maintenance. But if you go back to eating donuts and brownies and muffins like I used to, then of course you're gonna gain weight no matter what diet you're on when you come off of the ketogenic diet. You don't have to lose weight on the ketogenic diet. This is just what I specifically did. The keto diet did change my life entirely. It honestly taught me what health is, nutrition is. It allowed me to lose weight, and my body felt so much better after going from eating terribly to eating so light and in a whole way. If you guys are interested in the ketogenic diet, I actually have a keto meal plan out right now that describes exactly how I lost 100 pounds in 4 months, along with my diet plan, what I ate, and my exercise routine. If you guys aren't interested in eating keto, I also have a vegan meal plan out right now as well, and this is how I maintain my weight and how I remain healthy and not gain the weight back after quitting the ketogenic diet. My whole entire channel is about weight loss and how I lost it and how you can too, but more specifically in a healthy way. I also have a second YouTube channel where I'm going to be talking about my life more and my experiences, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and listening to my story, and I will see you in the next one.